guys, welcome back. Last time where we left off, I had showed you the function that we built on how to create a directory. I think it was only one function to be honest. Yeah, two functions actually. We created this one to create a directory, and we created this one to get our dictionary or data frame in this manner. Actually, let's call it a dictionary. All right, so we wanted to get the stores as the key, and then we have another dictionary in there that has all the food or categories that we are interested in and the URLs to that to those categories that we're going to scrape from. So now I want to show you how to actually, we're now actually going to go into the scraping of the data, right? So this is what we're going to be doing next in this video. We're going to run it through it quite quickly. And to do this, when it comes to scraping, right, we're going to be using Selenium, right? And to get a Selenium driver, right, I'm going to use the Chrome driver because I'm using Chrome. So here's the link where you can go and download yours. You can check what version of Chrome you're using. Excuse me, I'm not using Chrome right now. This is Brave, but when we run our automation script, it's going to use Chrome. Okay, this is Brave that I'm using currently. So that's where you get it. And then if you have a new version of Chrome, an updated version of Chrome, and you can't find it here on this website, you can go to the testing availability dashboard and you can look for the ones that you have and download that one. However, it is in testing, so it might not be stable. So here's one of the sites that we're going to go through, and I showed you the kind of the logic that we want this bot to follow. It's going to go to the page, collect every single URL that is on the page, then it's going to go to the next page. All right. So I've already downloaded the Chrome driver. There it is. Okay. It's not going to show, but now I want to write the function that is going to do all the scraping. So to do that, I'm just going to create another file, and I'm going to call it selenium what now? Scrape? Why not? .py. Okay. And then from there, I am going to install some of the necessary packages that I'll need. I'll need time. I'll import let's see, import JSON if I need it. Okay, let's not do that for now. I'm going to import OS, import datetime. Have I imported datetime? No, I have not imported time. From datetime, import date, and then I'm also going to need pandas here. Imports pandas, and hopefully we don't have the same issue as we did before, as PD. I'm going to say Selenium. We're going to need Selenium here from Selenium. Selenium, right? And not scrape this time, the actual module. Import web driver, and then from Selenium, dot web driver dot chrome dot service, going to import service, right? And then from there, from Selenium, we're just going to copy this, paste you here, and then paste you here. And then I'm just going to go from web driver, right? I'm going to choose common, and this is something that we're going to use by and import by, right? That's what we're going to be doing. And then it seems that I haven't imported this, so let me just do all of that so that we can continue. It won't take too much time. Okay, great. So I just had to change my interpreter where it was so yeah, but we got it sorted out. Okay, great. So now I want to create a function called that is actually going to do the scraping, right? It's going to collect all the URLs. I'm going to call this function URL scraper, right? And it's going to take in the category URL. I'm taking the category URL, and which is going to be a string. And actually, let me just zoom in there a bit. Yeah, that's fine. Category URL. Then I'm going to take in a category. Let's just take the category URL, and then it's going to return. It's going to return a list, right? And then, like before, how we've been doing, want a quick doc string there, returns a list, right, of URLs, right? And we're going to collect them from product category page, all right? And we have one parameter, input. So we call this param, and we're going to have category URL, which is a string, and essentially this is just the link to the product category, right? All right, and then it's going to return product links, right? I'm going to call it a product list, and well, it's going to be a list, and it's going to be a list of URLs collected from the category page. All right, so let me just see if I can move this to this side, if that's fine. And then, yeah, okay, because I'm going to start writing. Okay, great. So now what we need to do is define where is the driver, right? So this is where the driver is. It's in from, this is our current working directory, and then it's in the web scrape, and it's there, right? So that is where our driver path is. So we're going to say define the Selenium driver path, or path to the WebDriver. And I'm just going to put it in capital letters because it's constant. I want to say os.get current working directory, right? And then I'm going to say it's going to be, okay, and going to be web scrape, right? And then we're going to say Chrome driver.exe. You can let it see on the top there. That's what I'm writing, Chrome driver, right? Great. So that's our path. And then now we're going to create service object. And if I remember correctly, a service object is what essentially tells your WebDriver to start. It controls it when to stop and start, right? When to stop and start, when to start and stop, whichever way you want to say it. And we're going to create our service object, right? And then to do that, we're going to say serve is object. Let's just serve object, right? Is going to be equals to service. We imported it up there. Service, right? And we're going to give it our driver path, right? So it's going to know, okay, that's what I should execute. And then we're going to instantiate like a Selenium driver, instantiate a Selenium driver object, WebDriver, Selenium object, right? And then to do that, we're going to say driver is going to be equals to web driver, right? And that, where we imported that, but we haven't. But anyway, I think it's going to know where we got that from. I think we've already imported it there. Yes, we imported it up there. WebDriver, and then we're going to say WebDriver.Chrome. Okay, and we're going to say give it our service object is going to be equals to serve. Yes, and then after that, we're going to say from there. Okay, so we've done that WebDriver service object, and that is fine. Okay, that's all we need for this one. And then that's that, right? So when the driver starts, right? I want it to wait. I'm going to tell it to implicitly wait. But sometimes I'm going to tell it to wait just so that it can like for like a little bit, right? We don't want it to just start doing things automatically. We just want it to wait a bit so that things can load up, right? I'm going to say implicit wait, and I'm going to say driver dot implicitly wait, right? Hopefully I am spelling that correctly. I'm going to say 0.5 seconds, half a second, and then I'm going to maximize the window, the browser window. And then to do that, right, it's going to be driver dot maximize, and I'm spelling with a Z here, and S on the top, but yeah. And then from there, I'm going to get the HTML of the category URL, right? That's one of our parameters. Well, already parameter. Let's say driver.get category URL. Okay, now I'm going to say, whoa, just wait a bit, right? Wait for like 5 seconds to load, right? I'm going to say, and then to do that, we're going to say time. This is why we need the time. It's going to stop the whole program, right? Pause the whole program. Not stop it, pause for like 5 seconds. And then now, this is where we now start looking for the product URL, right? So this is the whole process. Now look for each product URL in this category, right? Okay, now, all right. So we have this whole page, right? And all of these have a product URL, right? As you can see, and it has this next button. And what I want us to understand is we are going to collect every single URL on this page. However, we're going to do some pagination. So we have to first look for this button here, this next button, right? Because we know that we're not just doing one, we have to go to to the end of this whole category. We have to collect pages, right? Now to do that, I'm going to find the, what am I finding? I'm finding the next, well, the page next button, right? Each page. So yeah, find the next page button, right? And to do that, I have to find it. I have to look for it by what I'll be using. I think I opened this as it loads up. So there are two ways of finding elements on a website, right? On a web page. So there's either using XML and where you use the XPath and you use CSS selectors. In this bot, I'm going to be using CSS selectors. Okay, so you can read up on this, what the difference between them are. I'm just using CSS selectors, right? So now I'm going to look at this element. I'm going to right click on the page and click inspect. And then you see this menu pop up. You can either press F12 on your Windows. I don't know what you would press on the MacBook. But yeah, cool. So there we go. We have the next page, right? So I want to find what this element is, right? So there it is, right? So this is that's the element of the web page. So this is the navigation for pagination, right? And then we're gonna go through. That's the one before. That's the numbering, and that is the whole list icon that's gonna hold the next. So I want to select this thing, right? I want to find it first. Now to do that, I found it there. Now I need to tell my program to find it. And how I'm finding it, I'm going to use this CSS selector, right? So this is the class of this element. I'll assume that you've gone through an HTML course and a CSS course. So this is the CSS selector for this element. Yeah. So to find it, I'm gonna say next page button. All right. And then I'm going to say driver.find elements, right? And then I'm going to use this by. Well, how am I finding them? I'm going to say find them by class. Class name. There we go. Okay. And it's going to return a list of web elements, right? So if this thing was to show, yep, it returns a list of web elements. Yep, there we go. And then from there, I'm going to say pagination, and it's going to be that, right? So there are going to be two, right? We see one and we see two, right? There's one and there's two. I want the second one because this one, the second one is always going to be next. The first one is either going to be previous. We don't see it here because of the first page. But if I was to click on this page here, you'd see it. If I click next, what's the bottom? Yeah, you see previous. So I want the second one always, okay? I want the second one because the first one will always be the previous button, okay? And remember, I'm using one because lists are zero index, so one will be the second item. Right, now what I want to, before I start, I'm going to say, all right, let's check if the button is on the page. If it's not, then you know what that means. That means we might be at the last page is on the page, right? And to do that, I'm going to say if next page button. Now, web elements have a method. It's called is displayed, right? So is it on the screen? If it is, I'm just gonna, I like this. Just wait a bit for five, for 5 seconds. I'm gonna say time.sleep. I'm not sure why I'm using 5, but I'm just using 5 for now. So an empty list to store list product links, right? So I want to create a link, right? A list to store all the links that I find on this page. I'm going to say link list is equals to an empty one. Okay. Now I want this thing to run until you get to the end, right? So I will do that by using our famous, let me not say our famous, while true. So this runs until it reaches a break in the loop, right? And how are we going to get a break in the loop? So a break could happen if an error occurs and it stops the while true, right? It stops it from continuing and the program encounters, like the program encounters an exception and can't run anymore, okay? And then I'm going to put in a break if there's an error. So that's why I'm going to use a try. And let me just say pass for now. And then accept and pass. Or I could just continue, but okay. So after that is done, okay, and then cool. So now what are we going to try and do? What are we going to try and do? We're going to try and find all the product links. Now, Now, how do you find a product link? Right, let's go back to the previous page. Now, if you remember your HTML, all HTML links are in this anchor tag, something called an anchor tag, right? So let me just click on one product. There, okay. There you see that is one product there, and it's being held in this div, right? Product list item. Okay. And then that's another product. Okay. And those are all the products on our page. So I could actually go for the div and say that, but I just want the tag. I just want your URL. Okay. I want nothing else right now. I can actually get everything, but we'll get to that. I want it from this page, but what do I want? I want to get the product anchor tag. So I've clicked on the product and I look up there and I'm definitely, that's my anchor tag.